Only issue is that we don't blink, but I don't think that matters.
We started. Yeah, you don't blink right now. If I can find a way to
Damn.
do that, I will. If not, I will. Also,
That's
live.
not an issue.
Yippee!
Hey,
It's not an issue for Amaya.
Nope.
hey.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I think
I
it'd be
tried.
funny if there was like a 1 in 1 million chance every second that it was just hers. Like open eyes.
The blue-eyed stare.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like a random stupid fucking thing where she's like, it's like, you know, the fisheye lens stare, like looking through the keyhole type of thing, where she's like right up to the camera and staring right at it with her eyes open. I think that would be funny. Can we have 5? Oh, Bubble got a 5. Can I get a 5? Give me a 5.
No.
Give me a 5.
5!
Wait,
5!
I might have accidentally forgot to set up my spells.
That's okay. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you guys leveled up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Level 60B.
I will help you work through it in the beginning here, because a lot of us are going to be doing roleplay, I imagine. So I'll just be like, all right, here you go.
Nice, 6. We get 69.
You guys know they're bringing back fucking Gamer Fuel?
Oh god.
Are they?
They're bringing back Gamer Fuel.
These
Damn.
B100s do not like me.
What even is Gamer Fuel? Is that just another, like, shitty marketing gimmick?
No,
Gasoline.
It's shut up!
Battery acid.
It's listen, right? Your fucking your mom. But
Okay.
Gamer Fuel is cherry limeade sort of Mountain Dew.
Mm.
Big emphasis on the cherry, right? Usually it comes with a promotion for a video game in particular. This time it's World of Warcraft again.
Fair.
And
Wow.
for some reason, right? For some reason, the fucking promotion makes it delicious. I don't know why.
That sounds like that would pair really well with the Red Bull Slim Jim.
I just realized that when Zach pinged for Domain of Demons last night,
He used NQP dust. Yeah.
he used NQP dust.
He accidentally mispinged. He put you in there, and I clicked on the link, and I was like, "This is dust. Why am I looking at dust?
So funny.
Dust isn't streaming it, is he?" And you weren't.
That's
Chat.
so funny.
Chat, can you
Okay,
believe this
I just messed him about that. That is absolutely hilarious. There we go. Oh wow, there's people. Okay, I'm gonna get the music going.
Yar. Who's in chat? Who's in chat right now?
Ford _
Lizzie's in chat. Lizzie's in chat.
I would love to get a recap from Olivia.
No.
Okay.
All right, well then,
Um.
I'll do it. I'll
Yeah.
do it. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So last session, right? We went to bed. And that's crazy, right? After all the shit that's happened, all the horrible, horrible things that happened over the past 2 sessions, the party finally got their long rests in after they conspired a little plan to get the fuck out of Sadal.
I wasn't
get
able
out
to
of
configure
Dodge,
them the way you
right?
mentioned, but I'm gonna do it next.
And that involved
stream.
going to the docks, where Mop's mum could help with a boat. And when that plan was actually... Oh no, before that plan was enacted, the potion seller guy came around, gave us a bag of goodies, mostly uningestible potions, but still very, very effective ones. I'm gonna go insane if I hear this dice rolling in the background. And a lot of that was fog cloud potions, like bottled ones. Very cool. He was actually kind of nice about it, and the only thing we have to do in the future is collect an ingredient like we did the first time. I think that was the deal. And then the next day, they, enacted the plan very early in the morning. Went for the docks, and of course on the way, who else is there but Hess and Televine, and a bunch of Televine stooges. And rather than fight them head on, and potentially get ripped to shreds by cannon fire, the party instead was like, hey, we're gonna, try to not do that, and we're gonna try to go around. Cue this very stressful, moment of trying to sneak around the edges and trying our best not to get caught. We get caught, but thankfully it's right at the end when we're already on the boat, pretty much. And then we fucking book it down the Sadolin River while Hessen kicks and screams and cries like a little bitch. And Mop tells him, hey, I know what you did. Don't come after me. Don't come after my family. I'll snitch. On God. And I think we ended the last session by saying goodbye to Mama Mop, who was instrumental in our getaway, as she then went to rejoin the family, which is very cool. But we're out of Sadal. Asterisk, potentially.
You are. Go ahead and take an inspiration, and I am going to put you guys on the entire map of Falana, which I just now realized I misspelled. I'm not gonna.
Chad,
What do you mean?
point and laugh at this guy. Chad.
Did you just spell like how's it? Did you spell it the other
there's
way?
no
No
H.
H.
Well done, bozo. Clap.
Good job.
Get this guy, Chad. Get him.
You guys are currently
Yeah.
floating down the Sadolin River, and you will have a moment to talk with one another, if you would like, in this cramped boat. But I do have a question for you all. Where you're trying to go, if I remember correctly, is the Talons. I think that is where you guys decided you were headed.
I thought we were headed to the caravan on the other side of the thingy.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
However, you are currently riding a river which is certainly faster than the caravan, which will take you to Newport. If you wanted to do that,
Motherfucking Newport!
if you wanted to try and do that
Newport.
instead of the caravan, at least for a little bit.
I really don't like it. though.
It's
I was
okay.
going to say the boat's a little
very
cramped.
The boat's,
So I think
the boat's a little cramped.
once they're like out of the woods verifiably, and just there's no way, shape, or form of like, hey, yeah, you ambush.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna try to like beach the boat. I don't know what the technical wording is, but like
Crash
off
the
to
boat.
side.
Land the boat?
No,
Yeah.
land.
Crash the
That's the
boat.
word. Land the boat.
Landing?
And hey, I don't go on boats. Okay. Anyway,
Neither
land
do
the
I.
boat. And then Kovak's going to communicate to Fuelan if he's within a mile of, hey, buddy, we're along the road. Because I'm assuming that's probably where they'll probably find out. We're on the road out towards the Talons. Smiley face,
Roughly,
please.
what's it
please
called?
grab.
Roughly half a day goes by. The sun rises. It's about noon, maybe 2 p.m. By the time your boat washes up against the shore of the Sadolin River, and waiting there is the scribe in his caravan, sitting out front. And he kind of looks at all of you, up and down, and he goes, "Well, that could have gone considerably worse."
Kovak looks like absolute shit, and he's just going to stare at the scribe very blankly. Like, he's not mad, but he's just like, yeah, it could have.
Everybody take off your shoes before you go inside.
Kovak's going to look him up. He's going to take his shoes off. He's not arguing.
I was waiting
But-
for the.
He's not arguing, but he's gonna take his shoes off, leave them by the little doorway to the caravan, and just he looks so out of it. He looks done.
Mm-hmm.
Over to Newport before we go up to the Talons.
Yes, I believe that's the plan, but there are a couple stops on the way there. We'll have to get through the checkpoint, as
Okay.
well as pass by a few places. We'll have to see.
What's the
Won't cause
checkpoint?
as much-
It's a fortress, I believe. Oh goodness, I have not been to Sadol in quite some time.
They're not going to cause us trouble, are they?
No, certainly not. They were just passing on through. And to my knowledge, Sadal rarely interacts with Dacia aside from the Isles of Ard. So, I don't. Even if they did know, it's not like they would do anything.
Alrighty. Cass is gonna like just kick their boots off and then head inside as well.
I will bring you all onto the caravan march.
Yeah.
Please. There we go. I'll need to populate it
Alright.
very quickly because right now there are a total of 0 people on this map.
Hey, there's a dog.
Oh, Foylan's at the
Oh yeah,
window.
Foylan's there.
Big dog.
Foylan! That's just some
Big dog.
biscuits.
And the scribe. I
Some
forgot about the
biscuits.
scribe is here.
Let's go.
You guys can
Scribe,
take
let's go.
yourself wherever you feel. I am just placing you down when I see you. Meow.
I see a cat. I pet the cat.
You pet the
I rolled
cat.
to pet the cat.
You don't need to roll to pet this
Yeah.
cat. This is biscuits.
It's biscuits! It's fucking biscuits!
Biscuits, I love biscuits.
I need to draw biscuits.
Absolutely.
I'm running.
Absolutely.
Running to grab a scrub brush and a bucket from the closet.
Yeah.
DM, is there like a sort of a workbench in this little makeshift armory?
There totally could be.
Okay, we'll say what this is. It's for the Kovacs gonna spend a bit of time. He's gonna remove his armor. And once he's done that, he's gonna set out the very dented splint breastplate
Mm-hmm.
onto the workbench, and he's just gonna stare at it. Clearly he wants to fix it. He's a little fucked up about it, though. A little is kind of an understatement, but he caught himself staring at it, just blankly.
Mm-hmm. How long? I imagine you just stay there and focus on that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Trying to hammer out the fucking massive dent that was left behind. And all the while, trying not to think too hard about what just happened.
I gotcha. Does anyone else do anything? I imagine the first thing that all of you are going to do is rest.
Nope.
No?
Aye.
God damn it, Mom!
I'm scrubbing. I'm scrubbing the floor.
Oh, that is true.
We all press this
You're just
corner in
stress
between.
scrubbing?
Yes.
That's just kind of funny.
Carlos will be on the back area, and she's just gonna be either with just using some of her cantrips and just sniping some hedges and leaves as they go by.
Okay. Absolutely.
You can hear whoosh.
You're whoosh.
Yeah,
Cass is watching
little
as they're petting biscuits.
target practice, you know.
Yar.
There we go. I've also acquired a map of Northern Sadal whenever you guys want it. But, yeah. Is Maya doing anything?
Can I have Amaya go through the books and see what's there?
Sure, are you looking for anything in particular?
She kind of wants to know a little bit more about visions and stuff.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm not good at these.
15. With a 15, you glance around the very small selection of books. There's a few history books, a lot of wizard, I wouldn't say spell books, more like guidebooks. But you surprisingly don't, you find a book on divination via, wizards, and that's probably the closest you find in regards to visions. Yeah.
She more likely will probably pick up the book and she'll kind of flick through it really quickly, but then you just kind of, I think Mom could probably hear, just kind of like fucking mages, and then kind of just put the book back if she's not looking for what, if she can't find what she's sort of looking for, which she doesn't know. She's just looking.
Amaya,
Uh-oh.
Yes.
what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal.
Yeah.
Am I don't have a favorite meal. I mean, I prefer the ones that are edible.
Sure that there's one that you fancy above all else.
I don't have one, really.
Oh. I don't know what to make you.
You don't have to make me anything right now. You should probably save all our ingredients and food for when breakfast arrives tomorrow.
Well, you know, we still got time for dinner, at least. If not lunch. I'm pretty sure we still got time for lunch, even. It's before noon, isn't it, Dust?
Yeah, no, it's actually afternoon. It's about 1 or 2.
Really? Oh. Okay, yeah. At least dinner.
We didn't eat lunch. Lack of lunch.
Lack
Lack
of
of
lunch.
lunch.
Lack of lunch.
The silence just Dust is just like contemplate whether to kill us right now.
So as you're going down the road, a dragon swoops in on your caravan.
Close enough. Welcome back, Mavis Altair.
That
Do
Okay,
you like
Mavis.
do you like stuff with noodles? Do you like soup or
I'm searching up foods.
Baked Alaska?
Sure.
I know, Travis. They're so
What?
cool.
Sorry?
baked Alaska, wherever that is?
Baked a lot. What?
It's just ice cream but on fire. I think.
Ice cream? What?
Ice cream. Never mind.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to.
You, maybe a porridge?
I guess soup is all right.
All right. I'll have to go off of that.
I don't generally. I mean, as long as it tastes good, I'll eat anything, Mop.
That's fair.
And your food has been very good so far, so I don't think you need to worry about what I do or do not like.
Well, thank you. I just, I take things into consideration, at least. I make sure that everybody's well fed and they all get a little bit of something they like.
Mm-hmm.
Craggletooth will literally eat anything, I believe.
Yeah, I think Craggletooth. Well, Craggletooth ain't moss in a Nicetian temple, so you don't have to convince me otherwise that they won't.
That's fair.
What about you?
I guess one of my favorites is Mama's mac and cheese.
Your mom's mac and cheese.
Yes.
Why don't you make that? Do you know how to make your mom's recipe?
I can make a similar version of it, but she keeps some of it a little extra secret.
I see. She's what do they call in more west? Is gatekeeping?
Not quite. I think it's just that she's a little bit of a connoisseur. She wants me to figure it out.
That's
She wouldn't gatekeep. She wants me to expand my
She
palate.
is
as
really
it were.
good at art.
oh, okay. Well, when you put it like that, that sounds considerably better. I thought you
Maybe.
were about to say your mom just told you to figure it out yourself and not help you.
I mean, kind of, but in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
If
think about
you-
miso soup?
Miso?
Yeah.
Sure. Can we get miso out here?
I don't know.
She'll probably kind of like peer over the doorway because she has seen the scribe wander in and out. She just kind of chose to ignore them, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Perhaps you can ask him if he knows any place to get miso.
Okay. I'll just keep scrubbing for now. Till it's about
Aren't-
dinner time.
Aren't you exhausted though?
I mean, I'm a little weak in the muscles, but that's about it, really.
Well, if you're weak in the muscles, then you should at least get an hour or so of sleep.
Oh, well. Guess can't fight you on that one. Let me finish this room at least.
It's an open concept room, Mop. You'd be cleaning half the caravan.
I could get it done in half an hour.
All right, I guess.
Mop is scrubbing.
Amaya's just kind of looking. She looks conflicted, but she's just kind of looking at Mop, just like, oh, yeah, all right, there she goes. Yeah.
Can
So
Amaya
good.
roll a perception check?
Yes.
Some of the varnish just coming off the floor.
What'd you say? Perception?
Yeah, perception.
Okay. Am I good at these?
14. Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice that the scribe walked in, and although you don't notice any correlation between the two, when you look back over here, something catches your eye. There's a book there that either wasn't there before or you didn't notice.
Amaya simply did not have her eyes open.
Nah.
She'll probably look over and she'll just take a peek.
The book is titled Libraries of Ulfunter, and there is a list of locations with illustrations of the outside of the libraries, all leading to various places in the world, each of them containing a plethora of knowledge, far more than this little makeshift library. And you think that if you could, look at this for long enough, you might be able to find the library you're looking for if you wanted information on these visions of yours.
Would Amaya be able to find which library that might be if
You-
she kept going through the book?
You think just glancing through it, anything could be in any library, but you do catch at least one that catches your eye, being Revigo. That there is a library in the town of Revigo, which is on basically the other side of the continent. If you go there, you might be able to find something. You also find some basic information about temples and how there is a lot of lost information within temples. So, if you were to find one of those, you might also find what you're looking for.
Oh, man, Vigo, surely nothing bad's happened there, right?
Maya will
Thanks,
probably
Motherus.
just say you hate Amaya.
Absolutely not.
She will kind of just, I guess, Rovigo. She knows of Rovigo, right?
Oh, yeah.
Was I can't remember. Was this established in like a former session before, or was
Revigo is a place that Josiah had talked a lot about to Amaya, and probably mentioned it, only mentioned it poorly, and mentioned it as a place that Amaya should never go to.
well?
Probably also knows about the Sandikinian legend.
Yes, there is Thank you for reminding me. There is a legend of Saint Lucinia specifically involving Ravigo.
Okay. Chances are, more than likely, she'll look at, I guess it's probably just titled The Library of Ravigo. She'll pause for a minute, and then she just starts grumbling to herself and frowning deeply, before she just puts the book back. But she will make a mental note, because it's Rovigo. If Josiah doesn't like Rovigo, she more than likely does not like Rovigo either, because she's heard of bad things. But it also has what she's looking for. So
I do think it is less of like a thing that says the Rovigo, the place where vision books are, and more like you're reading through it and you see Rovigo, and you know Rovigo, you know of it. This is like the only place in the book that you've 100% known of, and it kind of just catches your eye.
Okay. Alright, got it. Either way, she still probably does not like Rovigo, and she'll just put the book back and then just start searching for,
Katie.
I guess, just general books.
Yeah.
Nothing in particular. Just something to pass the time.
Yeah, you can find a few fictions. And
then just sit, I guess, probably with her back against the wall on the floor and just start reading.
Absolutely. Is anyone doing anything else? Where did Cassian?
Cass be drawn.
Cassian's up here. Okay.
Cass be drawn.
Okay. Lovely.
Craggletooth's lurking.
How did the dog get inside?
Kovok is actively trying to just very much distract himself, and it's very much like the hefty bangs of I'm assuming some kind of a blacksmithing hammer as he works out the dent.
Flaylin's moving like a South Park character.
I'm not moving him. Someone's moving him, and I don't know who it is. But
That's probably the DM.
maybe.
Yeah,
but
Foiling gets a voice. It's just Eric Cartman.
Oh god, no! I would unsummon him in a heartbeat. But no, and I think that there's just this very blank, tired stare. I don't know how perceptive Craggletooth is, but if she really watches, Kovok doesn't blink while he's working. He's very clearly sort of caught somewhere else mentally, at the very least, as he just mindlessly tries to work out the shift in the armor. And he's in such a bad state. It's not even fucking funny. If Craggletooth wants to do anything, the floor's open, but otherwise,
She'll probably come over. Is Fraylin laying down or like standing up?
Laying down.
Okay. She'll climb on top of Fraylin and just kind of watch Kovok do his thing, like giving him space, but just, being in the same room.
I think Kovok's going to at some point kind of just turn his body around and like just a small bit to look to the side. He didn't hear them come in. Don't know how he didn't hear a big dog come in. Craggletooth is a little more, a little more excusable. It's +7 to stealth, but no, he didn't hear any of them come in. He's just gonna look at both of them. I forget. No, the direwolves do get a +4 to stealth, and he's just gonna look at both of them. And he looks so tired, but
how's it going?
Take a guess.
I gave you a perfect opportunity to lie to me, Kovok.
I don't even have the energy to do that.
She will hop off of Fuelin and kind of like scramble up Kovok to get a better vantage point of the the chest plate. Kind of like, oh hey, what are you working on? To as a like a distraction.
He looks like I'm all over him.
Oh, good, excellent. And how repaired would you say this chest plate is at this point?
I want to say that, most, if not all of the dent has sort of been worked in the opposite direction, trying to, like, reset it, but it's clearly, like, still, the point of impact was so dense with the punch that there's probably at least still some sort of, like, a scratch or a mark on the armor.
It's kind of like when you break, like when you crunch on, like, a plastic bottle, you can, like, push air into it to blow it back into place, but there's always going to be, like, those little white scuff marks of where you
the
crunched it.
creases.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very much left that. Yeah, it's left a mark. It may not be dented anymore, so it probably fits better than it did post dent. But it's pretty obvious then to Gratitude exactly what was being worked on, considering the pretty notable visual difference between punched in versus non-punched in.
Yeah.
Just like
she'll kind of like settle it onto one of his shoulders and kind of just like lean against his head and go, well, it looked like you did a decent enough job on that. I would assume that now is time to take a nap. She like pokes his shoulder.
He just looks down at the chest plate. And then at his hand, he's still holding onto the blacksmith's hammer. Or whatever tool surrogate he's used for it to, bang the dent out.
And
And I couldn't do this with my own hands. He could, but I couldn't.
well, he's a bit, so, and you're not. So you're pretty good with, like, your weapons, though.
Sorry, just got a DR from Chester. There's at least a small remnant of a very tired smile at the he's a little bitch. But it very quickly sort of dissipates. I don't know how I'm going to kill him, Graggletooth. One punch could do this to me. It almost killed me. I could feel my organs fucking moving. That's not a good thing. I don't know how I'm going to...
Well, I guess if he needs to punch you, you have to be able to hit you. So maybe don't be, or just stay away. I'm sure we're gonna figure it out.
To sort of just give way to dead air before Graggletooth had responded, and his eyes are they're wet. He's tearing up a little bit.
Oh. Graggletooth will just wrap an arm around like his neck and shoulder and give like a side hug while she's on it.
He probably took that job because I was involved. with Malt. He was probably there because of me. Probably has people following us. He knew about what happened in the manor. He's gonna blink his eyes a couple times and sort of just try to wipe the tear out. Try not to, use the dirty part of the gauntlet because there's totally mud on it. It would Install after all.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna look to Crackletooth and he's gonna say, I don't want me being here to be the reason why he's a threat to all of you, even the Maya. I don't want any of you dying because of him. Because of me.
Crackletooth will kind of like look at him, and her ear will twitch a little bit, and she'll like kind of like shrug nonchalantly, like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." And then she'll say, "Well, at least with me, I'm a very scrappy little goblin, so I assure you, I'm not planning to die anytime soon."
As he looks at Crackletooth. What color is Crackletooth hair? Is it like a dark green?
It's like it could be considered emerald if it was cleaned.
But it's dark, right?
It's dark, and there's dust, it's muddy, it's grubby, yeah.
And I think for a moment he's just gonna look at Crackletooth and all he's gonna see is he's gonna see Cole's face. And he just begins to cry. I can't hold it in anymore. But he's gonna sit down on the ground at the very least because he's not gonna be able to stay. He's not gonna be able to stay standing.
Hang on, I gotta roll to see how Crackletooth reacts. Okay. Crackletooth kind of like freezes as soon as he starts crying because crying person, I don't know what to do. Oh no, did I say something wrong? What happened, right? But then after like he sits down, she kind of slides off his shoulder and then just gives him a quiet hug.
And it's comical how big his arms are when they wrap around Crackletooth to give them a hug, but he does so anyway, and he's very careful, obviously. She's tiny, doesn't want to accidentally break anything by squeezing, but yeah, I think there's going to be just a little moment where he just the events of the past 2 sessions, which happened over the course of 12 hours, I think, it's caught up with him. the emotional exhaustion, all of the cortisol has finally left his system, and he just feels like shit. So he's going to need a little moment to recover, and as long as Crackletooth is there, he'll give them a hug. But I'm assuming that even if Crackletooth wanted to like slip out of it, he's not going to mind because there is a big fluffy dog right there. So
she'll stay with him for a while, honestly. So
I imagine then Mop, did you want to do anything? Or are you just cleaning?
Mop gets to a certain point, just fucking passes out.
Okay.
You just
like right there.
Yeah, just right there, and you just start hearing snoring.
Okay. I'm just gonna have like Cass like put the sketchbook that they were drawing in down. It's like just left open on the table, and they're just gonna head over to Mop just to like make sure that Mop's okay. Like she's just clearly sleeping, right?
Yeah, she's just sleeping.
Okay, they're gonna pick up Mop very carefully, and they're gonna take her into the bedrooms to like go and put her down in her bed.
Little Mop.
Little Mop.
Little Mop. Okay.
Little Mop. I can't carry someone else, so. Which one does Mop sleep in?
Usually
Doesn't
this
matter.
Yeah.
This one. Okay, they're gonna tuck Mop in.
I believe you actually can pick up other people.
I don't know how to do
Yeah.
that.
There, I can
Yeah,
pick
we
you
do.
up. Whoop!
Yeah, you just
wow.
you just click them. You just click him and drag him like you would.
Oh
your-
yeah. I meant like to move 2 people at once.
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
can actually
probably
show you
still
how quickly to do that because you should be able to learn how to do that later. Top right,
Okay.
there's a bunch of little tiny gray like buttons, like little brown buttons. There's gonna be
Yeah.
one called selection mode.
Oh.
You just
Mm.
drag that over more than one person. Like down here with you three, I can just.
How do you unselect?
You just click click off of them. If that doesn't work, click on one of them and then click on them again to deselect.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah, that's what I did with the when we were at the swamp cave and I had to move
Thank
like
you,
all the spellcasters
Travis.
with
Thank
Flaylin.
you.
I just selection mode and moved them.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna just let Mop sleep for probably 2 hours, and then they're gonna head back over to their
Travis.
book. And real quick,
Travis.
I would like Cass to talk to the scribe if possible.
Yeah. Before you
Possible.
get to that, Travis is a train conductor. Just wanted to let you guys know.
No.
No!
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
God damn it!
Choo choo.
This fucking
So
guy,
funny.
dude. This fucking guy, dude.
Thank you
Not
very
the danger
much,
jar.
Travis.
Yes, thank you for the money.
Get outta here.
Thank you for the
more of your
money.
money.
Travis, get him out of here.
Give us more of your money, alright? This is good quality shit, alright? Wouldn't have been possible without Durst. NQP Durst, alright?
You be doing
Oh goodness. That is
That's what I'm
amazing.
saying.
But yeah, you want to go talk to the scribe.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yar. I think as Cass is like going to close the book, they've been so Cass draws like different members of the party on occasion. They've been doing this for the past wee while.
No.
I don't think they've shown
Don't
anyone.
think
It's
they
mostly
know.
just, because it helps pass the time and stuff like that. But as they're closing the book, they catch a page, and one of the things that Cass does is they draw illustrations of their interpretation of Lunar. And I think they're going to see like one of the sketches that they've done, and they're going to remember something, and then they're going to close the book and then tuck it into their pocket, and then they're going to head out to find the scribe because they just remembered something they want to ask him. So
Got you.
They're going to get to the door. It's already open. Okay, they're just
Yeah.
going to step out, and they're going to like knock on the door a little bit to catch his attention.
Come on over. He doesn't even turn around. He's still just like. He scoots over though, and he pats next to him.
All right, thank you. And then they sit down. Okay, I'm not gonna, beat around the bush, I guess. So we're doing all of the stuff for Josiah, right?
Yes.
To basically try and stay under the radar, as it were.
For as long as we can, yes.
Okay. I was wondering. You said Lunanor is dying, right?
He pauses. I believe so.
I was just wondering, when exactly are we going to be able to help her if we're just doing what Josiah wants us to do?
There is a large swath of silence. And he says, frankly, I don't know. I think it's possible that we've been helping her since we started this in some way, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know why she's dying, I just know that she is.
Well, is there like any way we can start finding out?
You could attempt to commune with her. Maybe she could tell you, but there are rules against such things. Normally, when a god or goddess dies, it is because the people that worship her no longer worship her. Not enough, at least. But I'm here, you're here. There are a couple places I've been to that are very devout in their worship. So, this is something else.
So something else is doing this?
He nods.
So you don't know when we're going to be able to figure that out?
He holds a hand to his temple, and he looks, like, for the first time to you, concerned, and like a little taken aback. And he says, "No. Unfortunately, I just don't know."
Right. So, there's a chance that we might not find out? Like, what if we don't find out and it's too
Thank
late?
you very much, Travis. Roll an insight check.
Okay. Where's my insight? There it is.
14. That is a reality. You can tell just by looking at his expression, staring down towards the horses rather than looking at you with a vacant, baggy eyes. That is a reality he is not willing to accept. But one that, based off of his expression, you know is entirely possible. And he says, that won't happen.
Cass looks like terrified, in all honesty. And they want to fully believe him, but there is like that fear for a multitude of reasons. Because this is like someone that they've been like worshipping for like a very long time now. Plus, there is also like the knowledge in the back of their head of, you know, that she brought them back. What happens to them, you know, if she's gone, that sort of thing. And then, of course, what's going to happen to the scribe if she's gone too. And they're just gonna nod a little bit, but it's clear that they're not like 100% like, you know, like calmed by that.
The plan is to follow along as much as we can and investigate where we can so that we can figure out what we must do to help.
I apologize for the question.
Don't apologize. It is a good question. One that I have been avoiding to ask myself.
Yeah, they're gonna like just bring their hands together a wee bit, and they're gonna give one more nod before they just push themselves up.
I see the scribe is kind of like bent over. He normally carries himself in a very, like, I almost want to say whimsical, where he's like standing straight up, his hair flowing, his cloak surrounding him. He is just bent over, staring at the horses, making sure that everything is on course. He is focused.
Okay. I think that Cass is gonna just like give the scribe like one more little nod, and because I don't want things to be left on like like a sour note. They're gonna just like give a little wave and just say something along the lines of like see you in a wee bit. Mops
Will nod.
Mops passed out. I think they were gonna try and make something, but like if you need anything, you can give us a shout, right?
He nods.
And I think they're gonna just start heading back in, and they're gonna close the door behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they gently close the door behind them.
Absolutely. Do any of you do...
Head into the kitchen as well.
Lovely. Do any of you do anything else for the rest of the day as you begin to travel down into the northern side of Sadal?
Kobach just probably takes a little bit of time to feel his feelings, and then eventually will pick himself up. And probably just spend a bit of downtime cleaning his armor of all the Sadalan swamp on it.
Yeah.
And after that, he's going to leave it, sort of splayed out on the workbench. He's still in his, I forget what I mentioned exactly, but I imagine it's like a short-sleeved linen shirt and trousers. He's going to look to Craggletooth. I was going to say, I think I'm going to go to bed.
That's a good idea. For you.
His eyes are stuffy, but he's still gonna give us a little smile. Give Craggletooth a little pat on the head and ruffle her hair a little.
She wrinkles her nose.
And he's gonna say, thank you for being with me, I guess.
She gives him like a little half smile, and then as he's probably standing now, she'll like hug his shins, his calves, because that's about what she can reach.
Mm-hmm.
And then like pull away, probably a little dusty, given that they're all dusty, and just
Jeez, hello, Bun.
do finger guns.
So much. Thank you, Travis, very much.
You know me.
Kind of. And he's going to then turn his attention to the dog. Hands on either side of that big head. He's going to give him a few behind the ear scritches and everything. And he's going to say, thank you for all of your help, buddy. For tonight, just keep an eye out around the caravan and bark if you see anyone that looks a little bit suspicious, but I think we should be okay now.
He will give a little nod and rub against your hand for a moment, and then pick himself up and begin to make his way out of the room.
And if you need to sleep, don't be afraid to do that. I don't know if you do. Okay.
Just a little laugh.
And then he's gonna look back to Craggletooth and he's gonna say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go and knock myself out. And you're welcome to come along if you'd like, but obviously I'm not gonna force you to."
I mean, if you need help knocking yourself out, I can help with that.
Not
Kind of perks up at the prospect.
Not literally, Craggletooth. Not literally.
She will
It's
at the
figurative.
realization of not really. Oh,
It's figurative
Okay.
speech, yes. Yes. Besides, I don't know
I'll
if you
take
could
your
knock
word
me
for
out. I don't know if you could knock me out with these little hands of yours.
she folds her arms and glares up at him. It's like a
Kobach.
playful glare.
Yeah, Kobach gives a surprisingly pretty playful grin in response.
Is that a challenge? Povok.
No. Let's
Okay,
get out.
Yeah. No, you don't.
So funny. That's so funny.
And then he stops in the doorway and he pretends to be all like, he pretends to like throw his hands up in the air and he turns around to Krageltooth. No, I'm kidding. But again, thank you.
Well, I'm not kidding. But you're welcome.
Then he gives a little nod. He's going to sleep because he needs it.
Absolutely.
Grandpa needs his sleep. He's not that old, but
I think Kraggletooth will sit herself on the couch and kind of like do kind of like a once over on like her outfit and probably pull out like a tiny little mending kit and just start doing a little mending on some like holes or little tears that occurred over the past 12 hours.
Absolutely. And I believe. Oh no! What are you doing, Maya?
Amaya's getting bored and she's going to bed.
Okay. Amaya goes to bed.
sleep, Maya. Sleep, Maya.
EP time.
Sleep Maya.
time.
Hey, babe.
But I imagine shortly after all of you get your little tasks done, you will make your way off to bed, ready for the next day. Overnight, Amaya, can you roll me a D100?
Ah!
Wait, what did you say?
Oh.
Can you roll me a
D100.
D100, Amaya?
Okay.
You may say I'm a
Oh,
dreamer.
Okay. I think that's very down the middle. What is... I did this in another session recently, so I absolutely had to bring it here for Amaya.
Uh-oh.
What is a memory that Amaya... Doesn't have to be good or bad, I'll let you decide. What is a memory that Amaya has very vividly in her head?
Okay, I was waiting for this.
Nah.
The way that I've been writing this, the way that I've just been writing this, and I just had no time to finish it.
Okay.
Let's go, girly.
I get so excited, and it just ends up being the most mundane thing ever. Amaya, actually, I think is probably at night has dreams of this one specific memory that is probably her oldest. One that she's had even before she became an acolyte to Josiah. And it's her, but she's definitely a kid. She's younger, and every time she has this dream, she notices that, she's herself as a child. Her winged ears are a lot smaller, her hair is shorter, just not even reaching her shoulders. She's considerably also a lot shorter. And it varies from time to time. Amaya never has the same dream at all. Like, for a sec. She never has the same dream twice, but they always end the same way for her. And it usually ends... It usually goes, she's wandering around, she's walking somewhere, but it always ends with her at a beach. Or some sort of coastline or something. And,
Oh no.
Oh no.
The
The coastline
police I
got
called
to-
are finally here.
Hey,
Get them! Get them!
get him!
Get him!
Oh fuck, it's the
okay,
red cloak.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll never be Ellie again. I just hear red clothes get him. God damn it. But yeah, no, she's at a beach and it's nearing night, the moon's rising, and she remembers standing barefoot just a couple inches off into the water. And she usually has a lot of things on her mind. It always depends, but she always remembers stopping and staring out and then waking up.
Okay. You have the dream as normal. I imagine you're like, are you like little in this dream?
Small Maya. Tiny
Small
Maya.
Maya.
Child Maya.
Yeah.
Will die.
Tiny little Maya. And you're walking around as normal, but this time, when you get to the beach, and make me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can lucid dream this a little bit, like understand that you're watching something rather than experiencing it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. 20 feet away. No aura protection for you.
I'm gonna say no. I think that Amaya does not recognize that this is a dream until after she wakes up. So Small Maya, I'll have to ask you to play Small Maya for a moment. Is walking, and you eventually get to that beach, but this time when you get to the beach, before you can make it far enough on there, you see somebody there. They are sitting on the ground, but their silhouette is very hard to make out. Make a perception check.
Okay. Well, perception. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention with Small Maya. Her eyes are open.
Oh.
She has the big ol' blue-eyed stare.
13. You notice that the person before you is almost entirely a silhouette. They are very blurry, hard to make any discernible features except for their hands. You can see their hands. They are resting in a position sitting on the ground, their knees up, their elbows resting on their knees, their hands towards the center. And you hear them say, "Well, come on. You've done it before."
Maya is Small Maya, Tiny Maya. Her eyes sort of just kind of widen and she looks around. Seeing if there was anybody else there. And then she's just like turns back over to this sort of figure with the hands and just goes, who? Me?
Who else would I be talking to?
I mean, if you stay here long enough, there's a few crabs that come out once or twice.
Yes, I've seen them a few times. They're quite nice. Did you give them names?
It's one of them I named George a long time ago.
Hmm.
I don't know where he is, though. He kind of disappeared after a week or so, but...
That's alright. She just kind of sits there. You could tell that they are looking at you, but you can't see their eyes. And they say, "Are you going to look at the water again?"
I was, planning on it. The ocean is really calm and nice at this time of night.
It is. and she will stand, look over to you, look out towards the ocean, say, I've never been able to ask before. Why do you look out there?
And Amaya, she kind of looks over at the ocean again, but she's standing beside this figure this time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she's bouncing in between, like, her heels and her toes, just kind of has her arms kind of crossed neatly behind her back as she just kind of looks up there. There's a whole world out there of people that we don't know about. Which means that there is a whole lot of people out there that I can eventually help one day. So many new people that I have not been able to meet yet. And perhaps one day I'd like to. I don't think right now my parents won't let me go far on my own, obviously, but you know. It'd be nice one day to just travel around the world with a few people.
Can Amaya make an insight check for me? It's going to be a very difficult one.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's fine. At least I'm good at these.
Oh,
Oh,
it
that's
was
20.
on the natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
that hurts.
You're a little put off.
I don't have inspiration, do I?
You do not.
Damn,
You're very.
that's fine.
You could technically use your channel divinity if you wanted to give yourself advantage.
Could I?
It'd be so fucking funny.
That'd be so
Come on! You need to know who it is!
But would that expend the my long rest channel divinity, or
This is happening during the long rest, so I don't think it would get refreshed when you wake up.
have a long rest? I'll do it.
Yeah!
Okay, roll again.
What was it again? Insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey!
You got waxing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but you would get an additional action. There is a moment where Small Maya's eyes kind of gloss over, and Amaya sees through them for a second, flavoring this channel divinity. And you are looking at this woman. It is so difficult to read anything on her because everything about her is completely indiscernible. But the more and more that Small Maya talks, you can see her fists are being clenched heavily. And then I'd like Amaya to make a perception check as well.
Okay.
$15. I don't think you notice it.
Agony.
But with the 21 on the insight check, looking at her hands, you can tell that she is either angry or deeply upset at what is being said. For some reason.
I think.
Mhm.
Would Amaya notice that? Or no?
It's up to you.
Sorry.
So I think that Amaya, the person dreaming right now, might. I don't know if Small Maya would.
Do you want me to roll for it?
If you'd like. You can. I'm not going to give Small Maya any additions. Just roll a d20.
Okay.
This will be an insight check. No.
Okay.
5.
5.
5. I think Child Amaya, she's out there and she's talking. She talks about a lot of these big dreams and aspirations and stuff that she wants to do. How she wants to help people, how potentially she might want to go be a doctor of some sorts.
Mhm.
She talks about how she wants to meet all these people that are across the ocean. And then she'll turn to this figure. She's not going to notice her hands clenching like this figure is upset or mad.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of has a bit of a curious kind of expression to her, just like, well, what about you? Why do you like the beach so much?
There's a moment of silence as the expressionless, undiscernible face looks at you. The beach isn't my choosing, in all honesty. I don't actually have very pleasant memories of beaches. But they seem to be quite comforting to some people. And so I wait.
And Tiny Amaya is going to hold out her hand to the figure. You might not... I'm sorry you haven't had any good experiences. You don't have any good memories. If you want, you can hold my hand. You know, perhaps maybe until that time comes, you can have just one good moment.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. This is the saddest thing ever.
Bro. Fucking hell.
There is a moment of hesitation from the figure as they immediately fold their hand back reflexively. Almost for a moment it looks like some kind of disgust, but it doesn't seem centered at Amaya. But she will hold her hand out and let you take it. You really only can hold probably about 2 of her fingers at once, given how tiny you are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry, did you say... sorry.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, keep going. I didn't know if you were finished.
And she will walk with you to the edge of the water and begin to stare down at the reflection.
So sorry, quick question.
Mhm.
Did the person hold Amaya's hand or no?
Yes,
I
she's
got
holding her
interrupted.
hand.
I'm sorry. Yes. Amaya will probably just... Amaya stepping and looking at the reflection, looking at her reflection, looks back at this figure, and then she just gives this figure this really light smile and doesn't say anything while she looks at the waters.
She looks at the waters for a really long time. And then she'll start talking, but she's not going to be looking at Amaya. At least not small Maya. She's going to be looking out into the water. And she'll say, "You don't know anything right now. can tell. But well, we've defied reality once. I imagine we can do it again. I just hope you'll be around long enough to see it.
That sounds like a lot. Why would you want to defy reality? Twice.
They are staring at the water, and as Small Maya says this, you can tell that the figure is looking at Small Maya's reflection in the water when she speaks. And when Small Maya looks at her reflection, she sees a Maya.
I don't think Amaya would react, or even at that point recognize herself. I think thinking of Amaya, who she is right now, she would just be like, oh, that's me. But then she looks down at actual Amaya, who I think is watching this, if I'm correct.
Yeah, basically.
Happen. She looks down at this older visage of herself, and she doesn't recognize her. So she's looking a little confused. And then back up at this figure and kind of just does this little thing where she kind of just like shakes this person's arm a little bit and goes, "You didn't answer my question."
And the figure will look over to Small Maya for a moment and shake her head and say, I'm sorry, I can't.
Is it bad?
The answer, no. And then she looks over at Amaya and says, you just won't remember. But it's okay. And she will let go of Small Maya's hand and stare directly at Amaya and stand up and say, you despise the one good thing that followed you. I ask that you use it just once to see how useful it is. Because then you might understand some things. Please.
Maya is gonna look around when this person said something's following you, or something has been following you. Use it once. She's gonna kind of like look around. Immediately that childlike sense of stranger danger. But also at the same time she's been holding this stranger's hand for like a little bit at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's all that common sense is thrown out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks up and she's just like confused and just like, well, there's nobody here. How do you know that?
There is no response.
she'll kind of like furrow her eyebrows once again and kind of just like again probably take like this person's sleeve and just like do that thing where like she kind of like wiggles it again and it's just like you're still you're bad at answering questions. Yeah.
And the figure will just stand there for a moment. Well, suppose I am. All is well. I should leave you to do what you must. She will let go of Omaya's hand and start walking away.
Hey, hold on a second. And she's gonna kind of call out for the stranger. I don't have your name. I don't know if you're gonna come back yet.
There is a moment where she stops and she hears the question and then she keeps walking.
I see you. Don't be rude about it. Eesh. And she kind of just huffs when this figure is just, from what she knows, ignoring her. And just like puffs out her face and it just kind of crosses her arms. Before she'll more than likely crouch down and go back to being on the beach.
And after some time, you will wake up.
Man.
What the fuck?
What?
Like to walk back a previously made statement. I will not be dying, obviously. But man, this shit tugs at the heartstrings. Ellie, you just had this fucking holstered and ready to go, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
This is insane. This is crazy. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna sob, I think.
Pointing at you as well, Dust. What the fuck? Both of you.
And when you wake up, all of you, there will be breakfast ready.
Holy fuck, just like in Breaking Bad.
As the scribe... Oh no, that's a mine. Never mind. As the scribe will have made everyone wonderful little waffles. And have laid them out on the table for everyone to eat at their leisure with various little bits of toppings. They're a little bland, but they're alright. Where'd Cassian go? Oh, he's outside. Okay.
Yeah, lightly...
Cat.
lightly armored Kovak, and by that I mean no armor Kovak, is going to just sit down in his seat, and the moment he sat down, he's going to start just you know? He's hungry. He's hungry. He hasn't had a good fucking meal in a little bit.
What time is it, by the way, Dust? Is it breakfast?
Yeah, it's breakfast.
What'd you say was
Breakfast.
on the menu?
Waffles.
Alright.
Waffles.
Mop will jump out of bed. She'll be like, "Oh my god, I forgot breakfast!" Mop will start running to the kitchen and start throwing pots and pans. Not throwing pots and pans, but, you know. Just start trying to cook up something. She's like, what do I make? What do I...
Mom,
Huh?
the food's ready. I already made it.
Kovak
What?
shoveling waffles into his mouth.
What?
Mom, I don't sleep.
Where's the waffles?
Is it... You cooked?
Yes.
Okay,
There's even
I'm sorry.
there's strawberries, powdered sugar, and syrup.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Why are you sorry?
No, you
I
do
didn't-
not.
I didn't make breakfast.
You don't
You had
always
to.
have to make food.
And Mop will just kind of look at the waffles on the table. She'll just kind of be dead-eyed, just looking at them. Just kind
You know
of,
that
just
Lisa
kind of zoned
Simpson
out.
meme?
Yeah,
The
she's
Lisa
just,
Simpson meme where she's
just trying,
staring.
just trying to compute it.
Hold
Hmm?
on. Mom, try something for me.
Yes.
Don't think about anything. Close your
Uh-huh.
eyes, grab your fork, and take a bite.
Mop looks at their empty plate. Oh, right. Mop will grab I guess a waffle,
Mhm.
and we'll just a plain waffle,
Mhm.
and we'll cut it up, and then take a bite.
It tastes alright. Pretty bland without the
Crackle.
toppings, but
Craggletooth pushes the strawberry bowl over to Mop.
Okay. I guess. Hang on. I'll be right back. Now I'll run
where
over
you?
to
Okay.
I'll run over to get Cassian. Cassian is pancakes. Or the other
Pardon?
one, waffles. It's waffles. It's not pancakes. I'm just really confused right now because I didn't make them.
Oh no, you're grand, bud. Cass has just been like they had like one hand like petting biscuits while they were like drawing with the sketchbook on their lap.
Cassie gets wounded.
Okay, I'll be in a sec if that's alright.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me know, bud.
Mop will run back over. And she'll Mop will run to the cupboard just for 2 seconds. We'll grab up some sprinkles. We'll come back. And we'll be putting syrup, sprinkles, strawberries, everything sweet onto her fucking her thingies. There's blueberries, I imagine.
Yeah.
You know, everything.
Your plate is just the mess of colors.
Yeah.
But I'll do the dishes after this, she says through a mouthful of like my mouth through waffles.
Of course, if you must.
I must. I didn't finish scrubbing the floors last night.
No one asked you to do that. But
Okay.
Thank you. Either way.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Cass is gonna like close the sketchbook and they're gonna like leave it sitting like beside biscuits. They're gonna make like a little like joking comment to biscuits about protecting the book while they head inside. Uh-oh, why'd you do that?
Make an animal handling check, Cassian.
Yeah.
Little
Oh
Mop.
no. Oh no, where's
Mop
my
eats
fucking
4 waffles.
Little Mop.
That's so much.
animal handling? Oh, I saw that 19, you motherfucker.
I saw it too.
Mm.
Fuck.
You place the sketchbook down, you say to protect it, and then Biscuits places a paw on the book, and then crawls onto the book, and then lays down on the book.
I'm gonna fucking die for this cat, man. God damn it.
So, hold on, real quick. Kovac eats 13 waffles.
That's
Oh,
so
wow.
many!
Brother is hungry maxing right now.
I like to
Cardinal
imagine
Physics 3.
they're not like
They're all
full size.
heaping.
They're not like full size waffles.
Yeah, probably not, but
I imagine the
um,
scribe just put them in a waffle iron, like teeny tiny, just a little bit. He's like, I don't know how to use this.
I don't know how to use this. But at one point, Kovac's gonna like let himself digest the food, and he's gonna sort of just, have a slight rest, and he's gonna look over the map. Well, bit of a weird question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you any good at teaching?
What?
Teaching. Like,
Like school children or what?
I mean, in general, just being like, yes, this is how you learn how to do this.
Not sure. I've never tried it.
Would you like to? Because I've been meaning to try to learn how to read and write a little bit better. It's very, very difficult for me. I kind of can, kind of can't at the same time.
Is it like a common isn't your first language thing?
Not really. I mean, it's just a general sort of trying to learn how to read and write a little bit better, because I can do it. It just takes me some time. I'd like to potentially be a little bit, I guess, faster at it. Maybe a little better. Like I've got a bit of the requisite knowledge. I'm just not very good at it. It's like being able to swing sword but not knowing how to properly stance yourself.
Okay. Well, then you have to teach me something. I don't know, but how do I get strong?
I could teach you how to knife fight.
Oh,
If that's any interest to you.
that sounds very messy.
No, not really. There are certain different ways to do it, and it's relatively safe. Safer than the actual, prospect of knife fighting. But if that's not your style, I can teach you how to get stronger. I can help you train.
Okay.
You need to be quicker. You can be fast. Fast mob.
Okay.
So give a little smile.
I've never tried it. Start? How do we start? Oh goodness.
I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But regardless, I appreciate you at least even just trying. Thank you, Mom.
I love the lack of love.
Can I roll a
Slice of life.
perception on what's going on with Amaya? She's very quiet. But more quiet than usual,
That's up to Amaya.
Yeah, if
Ellie!
you want to roll. Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
You're gonna say this, stare at Ellie with my eyes.
Alright. First, yeah.
Please don't stare at me.
Ah, stare,
Okay.
Destin.
Stareston.
That I will leave.
Um,
Do any of those see anything bizarre about Amaya, or are they too focused on other things?
Are they eating anything?
Wait, who? Amaya? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's eating a lot slower than she usually is. She has like a hand on her temple, and she's just kind of like zoned out. I think everyone could really see this.
Okay. Hey, Amaya, you barely touched anything.
Hmm?
You've barely touched any of your breakfast.
Oh, I'm just not hungry. Really.
Okay.
I'll eat
Mop
your
will.
waffles if you want. If you're
Mop will.
if you're not gonna. eat them.
Mop will pull out a little piece of parchment that just says Amaya's least favorite foods and puts waffles.
Everything else, like every meal that Mop has ever made, is also listed just because Amaya is an
It just says Amaya's not favorite meal. Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
Okay.
It usually should probably like give Craggletooth the stink eye. But then she kind of just makes a gesture and just kind of just quietly goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat one of the waffles, but if you want the other,
Perfect
can have it."
narrows her eyes. That was far too quick. That was obviously she does go get the waffles, but
She walks from the table.
Mm,
she's she's like eating them and kind of just like staring at Amaya with a suspicious look on her face.
Yeah, Amaya, after giving, we'd probably give Craggletooth the stink eye for like jumping on the table, walking forward, probably nearly stepping on the one waffle and fruit that she is eating. But then she'll kind of just, afterwards, she'll just kind of scoff it off and then go back to eating the waffles ish. She's eating the strawberries, which is something, but
Are you feeling okay, Amaya?
Seem-
My goodness, is it a fever? Is it the pox?
What?
What?
Is it a fever? Is it the pox? Mop will run over and get a thermometer.
What's the pox?
What are the pox?
It's a disease.
Oh, dude,
The-
chicken pox?
Perhaps.
Mop comes back and puts the thermometer in her mouth.
Oh wait, hang on. Amaya's got the pox. Hey, I've got divine health. It's not a problem for me.
I-
All right.
I don't have the pox. I don't. Stop it. Get this thing out of my mouth.
Mop takes it out.
Hey.
Okay, you do not have a fever.
Perhaps Amaya is simply tired.
Yes. For once, I'll actually agree with him. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
What's the pox? They're gonna ask as they look over the mop.
It's whenever you get little bumps all over you.
Oh,
And
chicken
you're-
pox.
Yeah, like chicken pox, smallpox, beef pox, pork pox.
Is
I don't
that-
think it's
Poa?
Are
single
those?
word.
The chicken
don't
got
think-
the pox, and Kovak's crying. No, he's not. But but
What was that fourth one you said? What?
I said
beef pox.
beef pox, pork pox.
What? But respectfully, Mop, what the fuck is beef pox?
It's like chicken pox, but beef.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me!
Ever heard of fish pox?
They do have
What?
fish pox.
It doesn't
Cracklehead is
exist
very
actually.
interested in her
No,
body right now.
fish do not have pox. Fish cannot have bumps. They have
Guys,
scales.
No, my cousin-
cowpox is real.
My cousin Louise came down with the case of the base pox.
Cass is like looking
What?
between the scribe and Amaya like, what the fuck is going on?
You know, like bass the
Fish
fish.
pox. The fish pox is an
Fish
actual
pox.
thing. It's an actual thing, by the way.
Fish pox. Mop.
Fish pox. I mean, I don't really know. It's too many scales for them to have little red bumps, if you ask me. But that's me. I'm not a fish. You a fish, Cassian? He's gonna like playfully point his spoon like accusatorily at Cassian.
Cass like just sort of has like this deadpan sort of stare. Like their eyes are just like it's like, you know, like that sort of like raised eyebrow lidded stare as they just look back to Kovak.
The Animal Crossing.
I know exactly the one. Are you a fish?
They're trying to think of like a pun or something. but surprisingly, they don't come up with one, and they just sigh in defeat. No, I'm not a fish.
Sounds a little bit fishy to me. He's gonna go back to his waffles.
Kobach, you act like a fucking fish, and she's gonna continue eating waffles.
What?
Okay, guys. I think
No,
at
no,
this
no, no.
point,
All of it.
no. I think
Uh-oh.
at this point we need to scale this conversation back.
Kaz
Oh.
Takes
takes
another bite.
Oh no, I think Kobach should definitely say what he's about to say.
Look, I'm not a fish.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a green fish?
Are you
Yes.
sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I
Fish
get
are
it.
green?
I
They're
get it.
green?
Scale
Yeah.
the conversation.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
Travis is grinning. Not.
No, that are green fish. Oh, how did I? And then he's gonna like, he's gonna, he's gonna rub his own forehead. He's like, oh.
Kobach, where
Yes?
are you going that there is no green fish?
Places where there are blue fish?
Red fish, green fish.
Amaya, you've
One
got,
other-
you've
two
got to be kidding me, Amaya.
Hold on, impulse.
She's gonna just hold on. She's
Okay,
gonna like slowly like turn her head and just give the scribe this the worst look ever.
for anyone that's curious, those D100s at impulse checks, if I rolled a 95 or above, I'd be throwing a spoon.
Cass is gonna look to Amaya as they like finish like whatever they were just eating and just go, "He really schooled you there."
I'm
Wow,
eating the rest of
Kobach,
this
can you help
outside.
me with Can you help me with the dishes, Kobach?
You were so lucky it's 85 and not 95. Yeah, Kovac's just gonna roll his eyes. He's very, very thankful that things are a lot brighter today than they were yesterday. It's a good distraction, and he's gonna help collect some of the dishes, and he's gonna go help Maup. Little Maup.
Oh, Amaya, when you walk out here, you do see Biscuit sitting on a book.
Oh, book. Maya's gonna slide down beside Biscuits, and she's gonna be like, this caravan's a fucking nightmare. She's gonna
Hey!
give like a tiny bit of her waffle to Biscuits.
Biscuits will happily. She'll like open one eye, and then she'll see the waffle, and she'll like elongate her neck as to not leave the book, and then like grab it.
Is Biscuits like one of those cats with like the really long necks?
Yeah, like my cat, who's a freak.
Hey! Be nice.
I love him half to death, but he's a freak. He will literally extend his neck out my window to look outside.
Love the cat.
I can't.
I
show
just
you.
imagine. Hold on, wait. I just imagine this is just Biscuits' side chat.
This one.
That's truffle. But yeah, Biscuits will happily eat some waffle, and she'll purr a little bit as she does it. So whenever she opens her mouth, it makes like the noise.
Aw, kitty.
Kitty. Shit, I'm realizing I need to go out and get the sketchbook now.
You know how to braid
Uh-oh.
hair.
Do I know how to braid hair?
Yes.
I do, yes.
Could you teach me that instead?
You don't want to learn how to knife fight, how to be faster?
I don't have a whole lot of reason to do that.
Just gonna think about it. That's fair enough. Yeah. I can teach you how to braid hair.
Pipe
Okay.
is bringing over the extra dishes. At least hard dishes.
So, does anybody want to talk about what happened yet?
And Kovac just his expression goes a little bit blank.
I'm really sorry, Kobach.
No, it was gonna be brought up eventually.
No, I'm really sorry that it happened.
Oh.
It's kind of my fault. It's my fault, really.
Mop. No, it isn't. Okay. It really isn't.
They were after me more than anything.
They would after you. The Delavines would at least. The other one? He's been following us. Me, probably. Because I'm the only one that has any sort of a connection to him here. All of you are too good or too Anajirosin for him to fuck with.
See you, Lizzie.
He's been following me, evidently. He probably took the job to, fuck with us. It's not your fault. I can't say that I helped the matter by punching him twice.
I should probably explain why, why they just want why they want me back so bad.
And I understand a little bit, I think, but if you want to talk to me about it, I'm happy to do that. And he says that while he's helping he's probably drying the dishes. Mom's probably washing them.
Well,
Freckletooth would put away the dishes.
Teamwork.
A long time ago, the farm was kind of going under after a really bad typhoon, and we needed a lot of money to fix it up. Just so happened there was a nice fellow came through town and offered me a job down in Dacia, and I would help pay for everything. He loaned us some money. I went down with him to Dacia, and I worked at his big old house. That was being Mr. Telvine, the patriarch of the family, really. He had 3 kids. Those were the kind folks back there you met.
Mm-hmm. They look like they're very nice. And he says it very flatly, obviously. He's very sarcastic.
But Mr. Telvine got really sick one day. And he didn't get better. And eventually, he died.
Was it their fault?
Mop is not looking at Kobuk. Well, a little bit.
Shasta, can I insight Mop?
Of course. Let me do a deception.
Oh, hey! That was almost the one.
I'm lying.
Alright, and in what senses, what sense would the insight be able to kind of pick up on the kind of lie?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely their fault. Mop just doesn't have a concept of persecution.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna look to Mop. And his normally very powerful, very strong eyes are going to look very softly upon Mop instead this time.
And, well, they decided because I was just so helpful, and also I kind of knew the details of what happened to their dad, I would stay around. They wanted me around.
So they kept you?
A little bit. Kind of. Perhaps. Slightly.
That's fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. And you can see the co-op is actively, that's a little bit of a seethe. I think it's kind of... It flashes in Kovok's mind that he probably should have lit the cannon and blown Hessen into bits after hearing this, but Mop did say not to kill Hessen. Fair enough. Okay, he's not gonna argue with Lil Mop, but he's going to look him up. Mop, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. How long did they keep you around for?
Oh, it wasn't horribly long. It was about 5 years.
How many years were you with the other Televian, the one that wasn't evil, I guess?
I'd say about 3 years.
So they kept you for you were with them for 8, but only 3 of those were your own volition.
Well, they kept telling me the interest of my loan was going up and up and up and up. But I guess I could understand why you'd see that.
See, here's the thing. I have to play a character that doesn't understand legal concept. And I'm sat here thinking I could fight the Televians in court. No, I couldn't. But there's enough of an argument to be made. But Kovak's going to sort of like crouch down to Mop's level and put a reassuring, very big green hand, calloused, no less, on Mop's shoulder. What they did to you was very fucked up. But Mop, I think it's a very, very good reflection on your character that even despite that, 5 years of slavery, it's not a way to really call it.
Mop winces at the word.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't blame you. 5 years of that. And the involvement that they had in their own father's death. You were at the whim of some terrible people, but it's a good reflection on your character that even despite all of that, Mop, you told me explicitly yesterday morning not to kill one of them. And Mop, if I had known about this, it would have been a lot harder. Because bad things happen to people. And sometimes they happen to the right people. Bad people get bad consequences. But Mop, you are not a bad person. So for you to have suffered one of the worst fates I can imagine, whilst being the most virtuous little kobold I've ever met in my life, it pisses me off that they did that to you. But know this. What happened in what is it, the Corvier? He kind of looks to Kraggletooth as if like asking, what was the name of that fucking restaurant again?
Kraggletooth like gives it like a shrug, like, you think I remember?
The place that we were at. What happened there? All of us stepping in for you, even Amaya stepping in. I could have sworn there was a moment she was going to throw the glass that she had on whatever her name was. That will continue to happen, Mop, because we're not going to let these pieces of shit get to us. Or you. Okay?
Well, surely by now they've left us alone, and they're gonna do so. I told them.
You did threaten them, and I hope that does keep them at bay. But if it doesn't, Mop, you have us. And he gestures to the 2-member of Green Team, and then he gestures to the wider caravan. You have us to help you, okay?
Is Cassian listening in?
Oh yeah, Cass was. They're like leaning against the wall, their arms folded.
Kovak doesn't know that Cassian's there. He's kind of blindly gesturing behind him. He's very focused on Maup. Lil Maup.
Mop has cleaned all of the dishes.
Kovak hasn't dried all of them because he has been taking some time to pep talk Lil Mop, but he'll get to it. He just needs to get the message through to Mop. This isn't your fucking fault. These people are evil. You're not, okay?
Okay.
And then Kovok's going to, with the non-shoulder holding hand, going to sort of hold it outwards from his body. Sensei, would you like a hug?
Sure. Mop will give him a big ol' hug.
He's going to give Lil Mop a big old hug, except not the biggest, because again, tiny person, small constitution, small strength. Don't
Let's see how
don't
strong
want
of a
to
hug. Let's see how strong of a hug Mop can give him. Oh, no, that's...
Kovok probably isn't that strong at all, because, again, 6'6" brick shithouse, and then, what, 4 foot? 3'10"?
Yeah, it's like 3 foot, I don't know. I can't remember
somewhere
how
around
tall Mop
there.
is.
Little kobold spellcaster, no less.
6 foot
It's like,
brick shit house.
yeah, because he is. But he's not gonna really feel Mop's, like all the power, but he can still tell that there's like a bit of applied strength. Mop probably needs this hug, more than anyone. And so he's gonna stay in that hug for as long as Mop may need. He's gonna say, "It's okay. We're going to make it through." And they won't be a problem. But rest assured, Mop, I will not kill them on your behalf.
Mop still looks a little uneasy.
It defends my sensibilities to know that sweet people were put into such terrible situations, but because I respect you as much as I do, I'm not going to enact anything that you don't want me to.
Okay.
I promise.
For what it's worth, and she just kind of like sighs a little bit, but she goes, I also promise not to kill them.
I suppose if it becomes absolutely apparent that we have no other choice. I think unfortunately that was very angry. And I thought about it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's very rude. It's very impolite of me to say.
Mop, you know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah, but I
That
don't usually.
I think it's okay this once. Or twice. Or as many times as you need. Actually.
Cobalt, can you do me a favor?
Yes, of course. What's up?
Can you... Mop will whisper this to Kobok. Can you maybe just check in on Namaya? Maybe say you're sorry.
He's gonna kind of, for a moment, sort of narrow his eyes a little. Sorry about what?
You know, you kind of she sometimes you give her a little bit of trouble, you know. And I think you guys would get on thick as thieves if you just got on, you know.
Yeah, I could not think of anything worse than agreeing with someone that he fundamentally disagrees with.
You mean Sam? You mean Sam could not think of anything worse?
No, I can, because I do believe there is, you know, ways to do that, but Kobok is a very twisted kind of morality, I guess. But he's gonna pause for a little bit and he's gonna say, okay, Mel, I'll do that.
Just bring her something nice, like a glass of water. Actually, maybe like a hat, a handkerchief.
Okay, I'll have to think about that, but I'll do that.
A seagull.
A seagull, an entire seagull, a live seagull.
I guess when you say it like that, maybe it's a bad idea.
I'm not. Look, I'm fast. I'm not that fast. I can't catch seagull.
I could probably try.
You probably could, and that's the worst part. Is that you actually probably could succeed.
You will hear behind you someone go.
Oh shit! And Kovak turns around to look at describe.
Evening. It's not evening. It's actually still morning. If you could, actually, I would love if you could get everyone together. We do need to decide where we're going next.
Oh, okay. Mop will
Okay.
pitter patter over to the balcony. Oh, I can't see it.
Huh? Cass was like about to head out, but they paused, like turning to Mop. What's up?
Oh, I thought we were both. Are we both hidden out? Okay, just go get it. Just go get it, Maya.
What?
Just go get it, Maya.
Right. Okay.
You walk outside, and Biscuits is chewing on a waffle.
I thought you were about to say chewing on the book.
No, that'd be really funny. Hold on.
It would be no. Shit.
There are some.
Oh.
There are some teeth marks on the book.
Oh, and some claw marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teeth marks are cute. Teeth marks. Okay.
Just been making biscuits on like the cover of it.
Yeah.
Oh, biscuits making biscuits. You got the whole
There you go.
baker.
This is making little baker.
Hey, Maya, the Scrab wants us to talk about her plan. Would you like to come with us?
Oh, your plan?
Yeah, we gotta go find what's his name.
Oh, right. Nara. Yeah.
Yeah.
That twat. Alright. She's gonna...
And we're gonna
Go ahead.
and we're gonna do such a good job. We make Josiah really proud of us. Hey, yay, go
Cass's
Pete!
like nose wrinkles a bit. They're trying to get biscuits off the sketchbook.
They aren't
They're like
leaving.
talking quietly to the cat.
They aren't leaving.
Cass just curses under their breath.
I can imagine
Actually,
like
I
Cassian
think-
just trying to like tiptoe around this conversation, and they're just kind of like, and they're like half hanging off like the edge, like please.
They're in the background, just going, come on.
literally, that's what they're doing.
Get up.
I think Cass is like listening to the conversation, but at some point they're gonna just fucking lift up the book, but they're carrying biscuits on top
Yeah.
of it,
She stays on the boat.
and they're just gonna like balance biscuits on this book, and they're gonna fucking walk back in.
Amaya's gonna grab her dish, like her fork and her knife and everything, and she's gonna just pick it up and she's gonna make a quick stop, put this in the sink for later,
Yes.
and she'll do them.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh wait, Amaya, one
I
of these
will-
days, Amaya, I gotta braid your hair.
So
you
fun,
have to braid my hair?
I'd like to.
So fun fact, I can
Oh.
make stamps that I can place down
Oh.
on here, and I looked up cat to see if I could put a temporary cat there. There aren't any good ones, but I would like to share this one with you all.
I would like to see.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
See the baby.
Oh my!
Why is it so fucking big?
Kitty.
Percent.
Kitty.
Oh,
So many.
Pen Bear Tavern Cat. Where is the orange female? I don't know where she is.
yeah,
This
I'd
reminds
like,
me of my cat.
I would like to braid your hair. I don't know if it's a friendly thing. Would you rather we make friendship bracelets instead, or
Hey,
are we friends? Is that too much to ask? I don't,
hey,
is that a step too far? We can not be
You're-
friends if you'd like.
Mop. You are saying 15 questions on top of one sentence. One day, perhaps when we have a bit more downtime, I'll let you braid my hair.
And make friendship bracelets?
Sure.
And try on clothes? And talk about cute boys?
Mom, I'm a priest. I have to. This is kind of a uniform-ish. I have to wear it, and yeah. Let's go.
Okay. It wasn't enough. Mom tells herself.
And all of you will sit down, and before you is the map of Falana with various places that you've already gone, having little pins in them. And now you have the road ahead of you. While you talk, I'm going to put you on the map of Northern Sudan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
DM, are we going back to Caravan March, or are we just? Am I good to close it?
I can put it back at some point if need be. So
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay, Sly, thank you.
And I will put. The scribe will say, within roughly 3 or 4 days, we will arrive at Fort Asmund. So I'll put you guys right there. And then from there, we will be able to decide where to go. However, our main problem is that we don't quite know where. The Talons are our only bet, but to go to the Talons mean we might miss something in Sadal while we're here. So, I leave the decision-making up to you all. My divination hasn't been as useful as I would prefer lately. So, I unfortunately don't know where we're needing to find Nelra, or, and I'll look at Cassian, where we need to go to fix our overall problem.
Cass frowns a wee bit, and they just give like a very solemn nod. Okay, how much time do we have before Josiah starts asking for us?
That's a good question, he says, looking at Amaya.
Josiah will not be in contact with us for 10 days. He has to go deal with some undead issue within Dacia, from what I last heard. How many days have passed since that last message? I cannot remember.
It's been,
I think it was like
I believe 3 or 4.
3 days, I think, right?
Yeah, 3 sounds kind of like it
Right,
works
okay,
off the
so-
top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had the message, and then they were still on the road for a day, and then they spent a night in Zadal, and then they spent another night but hiding out.
So 4 of the 10, then.
We're on day 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct me if my math is wrong.
I think you're on day 4.
Okay, we're on day 4.
Yippee.
We're only on day 4, which is near halfway, before Josiah starts to ask. So that means that we have 6 days to come to some sort of answer before we get reprimanded, or more difficult measures are put in place.
Okay. The
But we
gladiator
don't-
that we... Sorry.
You're good. She's gonna add that we also don't have contact with Josiah for those days, so he's not gonna come bugging us until then.
I can contact him.
Nope.
No,
No, Mop, we don't need to. Not
I
yet.
cast sending. No. Hi, Josiah. How you doing? How are you doing this? How are you casting spells right now?
Oh fuck. Okay, Cass is gonna like just nod. They've put the sketchbook down like on like beside the map. I'm assuming Biscuits will not get off the sketchbook.
No.
So while they're talking, they're sort of like just trying to like either lift up Biscuits, but I imagine Biscuits' claws are like in the sketchbook, and when
Yeah.
they lift Biscuits up, the book goes with her. So they just put her back down, and they're just like trying to figure it out. But as they're doing that, so the gladiator that we encountered a wee while ago, he said he was looking for Nelra too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he headed? Was he heading straight for her? Like this
I think
area, or was he?
I think he was, but I think those bandits also completely threw a wrench in his
Yeah, bandits kind of.
fucked him over entirely.
Yeah. But
So-
where was he headed specifically? Didn't he tell us?
Did he?
believe so.
That's
I don't think he did. I think he had mentioned, what's it
North
called? Like,
Alana.
yeah, like like northwestern Falana.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is technically
Or
over
sorry,
in this direction, right?
Sorry, northeastern, not northwestern.
Yeah.
What are what are the what are the restrictions on sending again?
There aren't any. The only time it does not work. Well, okay, it depends on what you're looking to do. Tell me that, and I'll be able to give you the restriction.
To a creature which you are familiar. So if I have never met Nelga,
Yes.
but if I knew what he looked like and I knew his name,
Yes.
could I send it?
I think so. Like, Ferandra was able to cast sending on people that were described to him before.
Yeah, but do you know what he looks like is the question.
What
Well,
do Maya know?
Amaya would not know.
No.
does anybody know? Can anybody conjure up an image of what Nemro looks like?
Kovak shakes his head.
Cockatoo
No.
shakes her head.
I would only be able
Cass
to
tries
see
to
him
remember, but
through my
I don't know.
visions, and I haven't been able to as of late.
Really?
Yes.
Well, can you describe him to me?
No, and unfortunately not. It's far too blurry for me.
While this is happening, can I ask, because Kovak is a Falana native, he's been around quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
how much would he know about all these different stops after Fort Asmund, like Geared, Leadentown, Newport, Manor Black, and then Alma?
Make me
Maybe
just a general history check.
Still not good. That's a -2. Ugh. Motherfucking Newport.
11. Sorry, I should have said this before. You are a native, roll with advantage. You've lived here your entire life.
Yeah.
We'll go with the 11. With an
That's
11,
Can I actually assist? Wait.
you can just roll history if you want, Mom.
Yeah, I'll just roll my own history. I'm not proficient in it. There you go.
And yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
So
Kovak, you know the general stuff that everybody else knows. Sadal was a place that was heavily ravaged by the war that was brought about by Massadir.
Thanks.
And a lot of the stuff that he did. And so many places in Sadal is basically like the middle, it's like the podunk side of Falana. Where everything is smaller, there are a lot more farm villages, everything is a bit less put together, if that makes sense. Fort Asmund is a relic of that war, and any ruins are similar as such. Mop, you with a 20, you know all of that, and you also know a couple other things about just like the general places here. You know that like Gearid and Miradville are two towns that are very, very, very small. and have generally just gone through hardship. Leaden Town is a bit better, but it's a bit off to the side, and there are a lot of like crazy rumors about Leaden Town and like monsters and beasts that live nearby, so it's a bit freaky. Newport's probably the only normal place. You recognize, the Temple of Ard. You've never been to Vimor. You haven't heard much about it. It's probably pretty similar to Girid. And I think with the 20, I will give you that Manor Black is a particularly well-known place, because most people that are criminals will end up making their way to Manor Black so they can sign something that makes it so they have diplomatic immunity as long as they are working a job that is extremely dangerous and detrimental to their own lives.
Let's go there.
The Man of Black?
Yes, let's go to Manor Black.
What?
I relay all
Why
of this
there?
information to the party.
And why the fuck would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Mop?
I don't know. It sounds very nice. It sounds like a manor. It sounds like a big old house.
Sounds a bit foreboding, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like it could be really fun and exciting.
Maybe we could find a
No.
criminal there. Winky face.
Huh. Okay, and then I think Cass will catch on.
Okay, I guess then the question is, do we stop over in Newport, or do we go right across the bridge?
Or do we have to go through Newport?
You'll have to go through.
Yes, I mean,
Okay. So we can check out Newport as we're passing through, and if we don't find
Mhm.
anything, we go to the manor.
I suppose.
Is the manor safe?
No,
Of course it's not.
probably not.
I don't think a lot of places are quote unquote safe.
You
To be
see,
fair.
I'm not well, I am a criminal. I don't
I
know.
think we're all technically criminals at the minute.
yeah, some more than others.
Yeah. I think Amaya's the least criminal, and I think so is the scrap. Well,
No, I'm a criminal.
Oh?
criminal.
Yeah, that's what I was
Uh,
thinking.
Okay, so that means that Amaya is the least criminal out of all of us then.
Thank you.
I don't
They
think it's
just
a
get-
compliment, Amaya.
Okay, well then, fuck you, I guess.
Oh, fuck
What?
you too.
What was the name of the
Makes, like,
big
hearts
filler?
with a heart with her hand.
What was the
Okay.
name of the big filler we met at the fancy restaurant that punched the shit out of Gobok?
Fogloff?
I
Yeah,
thought for a moment that Bob said
I
that
believe
in
it's
character.
Fogloff. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
off, yeah.
I'm gonna cast Sending on Thoglov.
You fucking idiot.
No,
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
What?
No, you're not. No, you're not. There's no
Are you?
fucking
Okay.
way.
That's okay.
Does Mop make that announcement? Does Mop announce this?
Hang on, I gotta think if I'm actually doing this. Hang on, give me a
I
second.
am nervous. Yeah, you're just like, hey, right there, we're gonna be at Manor Black. We go there, we get fucking annihilated. TPK, Black Love is over.
No.
I will message him. No, I won't actually. Actually, I don't know.
Thank you for
What?
I don't know
not
if
doing that.
I don't know if this
What
is
you-
something Shasta would do or something Mom would
Okay,
do.
Mom,
field it
okay.
field it to us as a hypothetical first.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was nice to meet you. End of message.
No.
And just see what he says back.
Oh, that would be funny to be fair.
Funny.
That would be
no.
funny.
Oh,
doing
no. Oh,
Okay, yeah, but he can't like track us through that, can he? Like,
No.
all he'll know is that. Okay,
No.
then I think it would be funny.
Mr.
No.
Stoglack, it was nice to meet you. I cast Sending.
What does he say back? Please tell me he says something back. Please.
No.
No.
He says nothing.
No.
You do not get even a little bit of a response.
God damn it.
Mop doesn't say anything.
Oh yeah, because the cost sending, you don't need to say it out loud, do you?
No, I don't think so.
I was gonna
That
say,
would
if
be
you had
so
to
funny.
say,
Mop just
if you had to
randomly
say
comes
it-
out with it.
if you had to say that out loud, Kobach is going to be so mad.
My name is Mop. We're going to Manor Black over in.
You can find me at 123 Manor Black Avenue between the hours of 8 to 6.
And here's my
No.
credit card details.
Ugh,
Here's my
God,
social
fuck,
security.
terrible.
I, know,
No,
I
but,
trust you with it because I know you wouldn't do anything deep down in your heart. Play the Undertale music.
No, but
Oh my
Kobach's gonna
God.
kind of rub his eyes and think, I don't know about Manor of Black. I mean, what'd you say it was for criminals?
Yes, kind of. More or less people looking for a contract to do criminal activities. Yay!
Like the place that people,
Which
the
one of you
place,
did that?
It was,
the
it's less a place for people to do criminal activities and more criminals hiding from the law by doing extremely
Yeah.
dangerous things that benefit society.
yeah. And then Kobach's going to sort of just deadpan him up and be like, yes, I'm sure that that would be a very unwise decision, considering that the man that we ran into in the Corvir, the one that punched the shit out of me, who is a member of the Phi mob.
You think
That's
there would be
him.
fire up there?
Yeah, probably.
Well, we could
They
interrogate
don't-
one. We could catch him.
I don't.
At the
Zone
very
of
least,
truth.
maybe it would help if we like asked around. Maybe someone there has heard something about Nelra or could point us in the right direction.
That's
We're
not true.
passing through Newport as well, so surely there's, it's close enough to the manor, like, based off the
We can
map, so
stop in.
surely we can,
Okay.
yeah.
So the primary objective, though, is to go to Newport. If we hear anything that, for some reason, throws us to Manor Black, only then will I be okay with it. But as a primary, no, I don't want to go there straight out the gate. Newport first. And depending
on the
on
way.
what happens there.
Yeah, it is on the way after all.
It's on the way to the Talons regardless. Yeah, I see the, and then he's gonna sort of like trace the road on the map with his finger.
Hmm.
This is Leadentown. I can't say I've actually been to
I'm
Leadentown.
gonna let you RP. I'll be right back.
Have you been to
Oh.
Leadentown, Mop?
No, I don't think I have actually.
Hmm.
Do we know where we're supposed to go next for the other mission of ours?
I think the current mission is just to catch Nelra, right?
It's to find and catch him, yes.
Right.
Oh yes, that's right. Because he had. Oh, that's right.
He was something of like a runaway or something, I think.
He also. Do we fucking know that like he had a piece of armor with him?
The Greaves.
We speculated, isn't it?
I mean, I
Like-
think at
like-
least one of us saw him with the Greaves.
Yeah, I think Amaya like for sure saw him or saw someone with the Greaves or something like that.
With La Greaves.
The
Mhm.
Greaves,
The Greaves.
Greaves, the Greaves.
not them lunar Uggs for real.
What?
What the
Lunar
hell?
Uggs.
The Luna Uggs, dude.
Yeah. The Lunar Tims.
The Luna Timberlands. Indeed.
the lunar Crocs for real. Can you imagine, like, you have, like, this cool, like, armor of, like, Saint Lucinia, there's, like, the helm, there's, like, the chest plate, all that shit, but then the Greaves are just Crocs.
They're just Crocs.
If they're Crux, Craggletooth is wearing them.
Can you like illusion them into Crocs?
I hate you. Why do you do this to me?
I'm sure I could.
We make
What do
Crocs
you-
canon in a Hunter.
Why do you do this to me?
Are they in action mode? Are they
I was
currently?
about to say.
Oh, obviously.
Okay, good.
24/7.
24/7 action mode Crocs.
This is the.
Do you think Craggletooth is ever not in action mode?
I should buy Crocs.
What if you didn't, though? Think about it.
I mean, what would we lose if I did? My dignity?
Yeah.
You know what? No, I'm on for this. I think you should wear Crocs and then you should go to band.
What the
Ellie,
hell?
Ellie, do you want to get matching Crocs?
Yes, I will happily get matching Crocs with you.
Okay.
You
great.
mentioned Crocs and then go to Dave and Buster's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get fucking we'll get like Croc charms. We'll
Oh my
swap-
god, the little giblets.
Yeah, we'll swap Croc charms. Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't no way. Ain't no
Can't
way.
believe this.
Chat,
True.
is this guy for real?
I think
Sure.
so.
I
I
see
will-
DEW post over there.
I know.
Yeah.
We should go over
Dude.
there.
Oh man,
you-
we've had
have
a lot of fun with the Determiners of the 8 wins.
Have you ever, fellers? Have you ever read Urgus Glowgorge's books? Gosh, I'm
Who?
such a big fan of him.
Mm,
Who?
Urgus Glowgorge.
You're
Well,
saying words. You're casting
Don't
spells
cast
again.
spells at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Urgus. His name is Urgus Glowgorge.
Ergis
Okay.
Glowed Lord.
Mom, I can't read common. So probably not.
Oh,
Or we could teach you
Amaya?
sometime if you wanted.
you're my only hope. I've ever read a book.
Yes, I'm a priest. I'm not illiterate.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying I haven't read
I
this
returned.
guy's books before.
Okay,
Welcome
we're
back.
talking about reading Urgus Glowgorge's books for no reason.
Oh
And,
god.
And
Yeah,
Lunar
and-
Crocs.
And
and
Lunar
then
Crocs.
and then at the mention of like I'm not illiterate, I'm a priest. Korok's gonna like lean over to Kragatu and is gonna whisper, "Emotionally illiterate, maybe."
Oh,
Not maybe. It's definitely.
You're whispering kind of loud over there.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
It's a
Why are you
whisper. It's a
listening
whisper.
for whispers?
it's
It was a
hard not
whisper.
to when you're being loud about it.
Hey, no, okay, it was a whisper.
just-
I
listen, you're
can't
just
whisper
lucky-
because then my mic doesn't pick it up. Because then my mic doesn't pick it up.
You're lucky that fucking Amaya has wings for ears, otherwise she'd hear you.
Oh god, no, Amaya, hear us. Oh god, I can't. She can't hear us. She's got wings in.
She's got wings
She's
and
got
wings.
wings.
I know. I know.
But, you know, yeah, we've just been posting a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna go through the
Yeah.
road up to Leadentown and then to Newport and focus on Newport. And if we hear anything that makes us want to go to Manor Black, we go there. If not, we just continue up.
Yar.
Hmm
Might try and get biscuits off the book again.
Yeah, he
Bus
doesn't.
died.
She doesn't go.
Fuck's sake.
What?
That's her book now.
God damn it. Cass is just like whispering like, biscuits, please. Please, biscuits.
Animal handling.
You know what? It would probably be really funny to just watch this ghost try their best.
Okay. She loosens her claws a little bit, so she's not firmly attached, but she does not get off the
Hmm.
book.
Okay. Cass is gonna like reach for her paws, and they're very gentle as they're like trying to just like lift her paws, like one paw after the other, like off the book.
She doesn't resist at all, but she makes it a grueling process. She makes sure it takes as long as it possibly can.
Okay, I think at that point they're able to like maybe just like lift her off the book, but they're like holding her up and they're like looking right at her. They've got her like eye level with them, and they're just like, you are a menace to society, but we love you.
I didn't make this map. Shasta Zach did.
I'm gonna mess this back. Hang on, give me a second.
What? What the hell? No, but
I'm gonna put the book down beside them, but they're like holding biscuits
My
in
little
her arms, and they're
kitty.
just giving her little pets. You little kitty.
Yeah. If we have time before the end of the session, I will have Koak go and talk to Amaya. But yeah, aside from that, I think they've got a pretty decent plan of where they're headed, northways at least. So yippee! Although Kovac is probably going to say, so Fort Asmund, is it staffed by like guards?
A few, yes.
Okay. One request. We haul ass through and to Fort Asmund, just so we can get through it quickly. No way a Telavine can beat us to it and lock it down.
I think that's a good idea.
It's just the one request that I have. It's just that we do that and we try to be incognito. The only person I really hope that they see is the scribe. Because I don't think the Telavines know about the scribe. They know about all of us and we're all pretty recognizable. It's two green people, someone that barely opens their eyes, a small white kobold, and a ghost. I think we're pretty recognizable, so you might want to try to just get through that low cover, incognito, that kind of thing.
Let's go.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of it all, but I'm pretty good at going incognito. So, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just as easy as staying in the caravan. That's the thing.
No.
But,
That's boring.
okay, well,
But safe.
stop that.
I'm not doing anything, she says. Like, her shoulders sagging as she says, that's boring. I
Gravel tooth.
Pick her up.
nothing.
Just pick her up some puppet toys on the way to.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fidget spinner.
Yeah, fidget spinner.
And ironically, she would that would entertain her for hours.
Love that.
See, can you draw that?
Oh my god.
Gravel tooth.
Mesmerized by the fidget spinner.
Yeah, wait, I think that's
Fidget spinner's canon in Revolver.
I think that's our game plan. Sorted. Question mark.
Okay. The scribe will look a little concerned but agreeable. And will say, I wish we had something more clear, but I suppose we make do with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the plan then.
Yeah.
So far.
Okay.
It'll take 4 days of travel to get there. We will.
We stop for groceries at Newport.
Oh, there actually should be plenty of groceries at Newport.
I have to try and be so.
Oh, wonderful. There might actually be some at Leadentown, too. We could try and convince Fort Asmund to give us some things, but I doubt it.
Oh, we could probably
Yeah.
see if they need anything done.
If you'd like,
I think
it's always good doing good.
going fast through Fort Asmund will be the best, and then in Leadentown we can like ask around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and our
The
luck.
likes of Leadentown and Newport, they're more likely to have groceries and stuff. This is just a checkpoint.
Well, no, in our
We should
luck,
probably-
right? Once we reach Fort Asmund, they're going to stop us anyway and ask for help.
Kraggletooth knocks on the wood table.
Cass also knocks.
Mhm.
Why are you knocking? I'm right here.
Oh, it's like well, so when you like when you say something that could be bad, if you knock on wood, sometimes it cancels out, so it doesn't actually happen.
Mhm.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just like
It
a
just
little
happens.
lifestyle.
What?
It's like a
It-
like a story, like a
Huh?
like a myth, rumor, legend,
I was-
that sort of thing.
It's superstition.
I
Oh,
was
okay.
told it was
Oh, like
because of
salt.
pixies in the trees.
Like
Like-
salt.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like
right, like salt. Yeah, like whenever you spill over salt, you gotta grab some and throw it over your shoulder.
Why would you
Oh,
be spilling salt?
That's
Oh.
also a superstition, Craggletooth.
But the wood thing isn't a superstition. It's the pixies in the wood in the wood that fixes it.
Amaya freezes as I intently glare at my screen the moment you say pixie, waiting for this little fucking shit token to come out.
Where is he? Where is he?
I will break
I'm
the
also
fourth
staring.
wall.
Where's this little? There!
There she is.
There it
I
is!
see that fucking thing Amaya's reaching over to
I'm so excited for, like, there has to be a reveal where this fucking. Oh no, you're gonna crash
Oh,
Balancing
dear
Grounds
God,
again.
no.
Dust!
No, please.
Oh,
This is
there's
the
gonna
worst.
be
Dust.
a bit. It's gonna be a fucking bit where this, like, pixie had been following us the entire goddamn time.
I think it's canon, actually.
Please. It'd be so funny. It still says pixie on my screen.
I cannot wait for the moment where this pixie shows up for a little too long and then Amaya just fucking turns around and just grips it.
Fucking electric ice water. Just
Well,
Fucking grabs it and it squeaks.
The squeeze.
well, the scribe will
Makes pixie
say
juice.
roughly 7 days from where we are to take us to Leaden Town. We'll have to pass through Fort Asmund. I doubt they'll give us much trouble, but be prepared. Once we are there, we'll be able to decide if we gain anything new, where to go from there. I think that's a good plan.
perfectly enough time to practice reading and writing, right, Kobo?
Yeah, that works. I can do that.
Wonderful.
And I will introduce you to the wonderful tales of Urgus Glogurge.
Okay.
I do have many of
These
those.
forests.
Um,
These forests.
this is all
Like a
swamp. You guys are still in swamp.
It's swamp. Okay.
Delicious.
This, like, so
Mhm.
anything that's like dark is probably is like what's it called? Swamp, and this is like forest
Right, okay.
because it's everything around the water. And he will sigh and stand up and say, "In the meantime, while I'm guiding us, I'm going to be practicing my divination in hopes that I can find something."
Well, give us a shout if you need anything.
I will. And he will leave the room. And I think that is where we're going to end today's session.
Yippee!
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 Yippee! Session yippee! Session yippee!
I saw that 5, you. I'm not saying that.
5. 5.
5.
5.
5.
5.
Come on.
5.
5. 5. 5. 5. It's there. 5.
Five.
5!
Stop rolling! Praise!
Let us see if we have
5.
someone to
This
read.
5!
5.
This
5. 5.
1.
One.
Uno.
5. 4. 5. Come on. 5.
6.
Yeah!
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah! We're doing it, chat.
Jared! Jared!
Yeah.
Next session's gonna be great. It's gonna open
Alright.
with Kova going up to Amaya and being like, I'm sorry. And then kind of like, but however, let's talk about that.
Someone is one of the
Uh-oh.
people I follow is currently playing Dragon Age, so we're gonna raid them.
What?
Yeah.
Right, and remember to end the
Yes, I'll remember to end stream. I don't think anything came of it last time, but
No, he just extended the recording by like 30 minutes and it was just like, oh, haha, lol.
It was us talking about Dragon Age. Fucking, I don't remember.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Thanks
we
for
go.
coming by to the stream, gamers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Don't
Thank you.
forget to like and subscribe to twitch.tv and youtube.com.
And they're
Yeah.
gone. They